Do you sometimes have difficulty finding your ideal client, figuring out what the characteristics are of the person, the prospect you should work with? In this video, I'm going to give you 3 easy ways how to narrow down and nail your niche. I've been helping tons of coaches and consultants how to make sure they attract the right kind of clients. And in this presentation, I wanted to make sure that you have 3 easy ways to make sure that you nail your niche. So let's crack into it. These will be the 3 ways to make sure that you talk to the right kind of person. And the 3 strategies, you're going to love these, especially the first one was super useful for me, is research, engage, and coach. And I'm going to go through each of these 3. And if you're going to implement these 3, you're going to develop that magnetic brand that stands out. You're going to have more qualified clients on your calls, and you're going to make sure that you feel you're on your path as a coach or a consultant. So this one is super crucial and definitely one I would advise you to do, even if you're already a coach for a year or 2 years. That's researching your competitors. So this is what I want you to do. You're going to find 3 to 5 businesses offering similar services or products that you do. So you can be a mindset coach, a sales coach, fitness coach. You're just going to look at the YouTube channel or people that you're inspired about. And what you're going to do is you're going to be inspired by what they already do. We don't have to figure everything out by a coach ourselves. We can actually see what's working. So what I did, I mean, I already do this 8 years now, but what I did in the beginning was I observed offers, sales pages, unique differentiators, methods that people used, look at what their target audience was and their marketing and their sales material. So I still remember in the beginning when I was a productivity coach, and I still help people with that like one-on-one, I was just looking at the sales page of Tim Ferriss and other famous David Allen and other productivity material. And I was just looking at their website. What is the call to action? What is their sales page? What are the pain points? What are people looking for? What kind of language do they use? So I looked at their social media channels. What kind of posts got the most attention, got the most comments? And I was not stealing like an artist, but I was learning like an artist. I was learning what is working, because the worst thing, keep this in mind, the worst thing that you could do as a coach is to start with something that nobody is familiar with and yet you don't even know that's working. That's not what I want for you. So follow the proven footsteps of people who've been there before. People make a lot of money with this. They have a lot of followers. They have a big audience. That means that probably they're hitting a pain point. They're offering a solution that the ideal client and niche really wants. So subscribe to their newsletters, follow their content on social media, and monitor what creates engagement. And then keep a list from 3 to 5 people that you're consistently going to follow, right? You can also look up, this is a sneaky tip, you can also look up reviews about Amazon. If you have help people with weight loss, if you help people with overcoming limiting beliefs, if you help people overcome trauma, go through those big books about this topic, about productivity, sales, mindset, any kind of stuff that you do, creating funnels. Look up books or reviews on Amazon, on Goodreads, support tickets, Reddit reviews, Trustpilot. You can see the kind of questions that people ask. What are they struggling with? What kind of ideas they really like from a book? What do they really like about a program? On Trustpilot, you can also do, see reviews of coaching programs and consulting programs. So you can learn a lot about what your ideal client is looking for, what's their challenges, what are their problems, what are their frustrations. So this is also a very good way how you can learn from your competitors and what's working in the market. So you're going to gain a lot of insights on potential clients, their needs, their dreams, their desires, and their frustrations. The second thing, and I see so many coaches of mine skipping this step, is you will never get started, be ready and get started. You have to put yourself out there to get feedback. So the second best way to narrow down your niche and your ideal client is actually creating consistent content and engaging with your potential clients. That is why in 80% of the cases, the answer is take more action, make more content, have more conversations. The more content you will have, the more conversation you will have, the more direct feedback you will have. And there's nothing better than direct feedback of your current audience. The feedback that you get might not be something that you like. You might want to help people with productivity and you attract people who are procrastinating or lazy. You might want to attract people who want to live a happier, more fulfilling relationship, and it's people who have a breakup or can't even find a girlfriend. That's something that I'm not going to touch about in this specific live, but that has to do then with your branding and positioning, right? Choose your clients, choose your future. So if the feedback and engagement that you get from your clients is not the client that you're looking for, might be a time to rebrand yourself. By the way, if you ever want to learn how to develop that magnetic brand, create consistent content that stands out, earn well, serve well, and book more calls and close more sales, send me a message and we can talk about that, about my Client Closer Academy courses. So the key thing here is engaging with the audience, which is creating content and having conversations. So you're going to ask questions in the inbox, on your wall, and then you can get feedback and recognize patterns about, oh, I mostly attract men, or oh, they mostly have, a lot of fear about tech, setting up tech, or any kind of stuff that they have, like, oh, they think that they need to be confident to get a girlfriend. You will get this by actually having conversations with your ideal client. And the extra benefit from having conversations with your ideal client is that you can get the voice of your client. You can hear the language that they use, how they talk, how they speak, which will be great because then you relate on their level. You can use it in your newsletters. You can use it on your sales page. So instead of using this highly tech sophisticated language that your client might not be familiar with, you can actually find that language here in the conversations. And you also read their language in the reviews, in the Goodreads, Amazon comments. You can actually sometimes find sentences that you say like, that's a great thing for my copywriting. And this is what you're going to use in your content, in your sales pitches and your offers. And then the third one, which is actually what we're doing it for as an online coach or consultant, you actually want to coach. We're not here for information. You're not a librarian. You're not archiving information, ready to one day jump. No, you want to coach. So coach before you're ready, get feedback before you think you know everything. So what you want to do is you want to offer coaching or consulting sessions to understand your audience challenges, frustrations, and desires. That way you get real life feedback. I can't stress this enough. You have your idea of who your client is, what your brand is, what your content should be, but that might be completely different from what your niche and ideal client actually is looking for. And you can try to figure it out all in your head, or you can actually figure it out by having an interaction with your audience and in coaching sessions. So this is what I want you to do, especially in the beginning. Start coaching, start getting feedback. Even if you think like, can I start with coaching or not? Start coaching. Maybe offer a free session, one session, maybe 3 sessions for a testimonial in return. So you feel more confident about yourself and you can see what they're struggling with. So that's the most crucial thing, to actually get feedback. This is going to happen by observing your competitors and learning from what they do and being inspired. If you do this enough, you will find your own style. Questioning and having conversations with your audience to see what are their challenges, what are their fears, limiting beliefs, what are their desires, ambitions that they have, and getting that real feedback, that will be super crucial in your whole coaching journey. So these are the 3 things you should take into account. Be inspired, get advice, see what's working, because that's also a thing. Like, other people are doing what I am doing. That's great that there's so many mindset coaches and sales coaches and nutrition coaches and fitness coaches. That means that A, people are familiar with what you do. And the second thing, it means people are proven to buy and be interested in this. You will just find your unique differentiator with your personality or your approach, your personal brand, how you will set yourself apart. And then start making that content, start before you're ready, and actually start coaching people. Now, if you want to learn more about how to choose your niche and make sure you choose a profitable niche, you might also want to check out this video where I explain more to make sure you focus on the right kind of clients.